Let me start with the absolute biggest bombshell that has me literally jumping out of my seat. Jason is coming back. Yes, you heard me right. The word on the street from deeply embedded sources on set is that our favorite leather-clad enforcer has been spotted filming scenes again after vanishing into thin air back in March. If you ask me, the timing of Jason returning to our screens around July is not just a coincidence. It is a calculated, explosive narrative collision. Think about exactly what is happening right now with Carly. She is completely ignoring every single warning from Valentine. She is recklessly plotting to storm the heavily fortified grounds of Windermere because she knows deep in her gut that Jocelyn is trapped there. Carly is operating purely on maternal desperation, and we all know that whenever Carly goes entirely rogue and puts her life on the line, Jason is the only one who can pull her out of the fire. I am fully convinced that Jason's first order of business will be a high-stakes, guns-blazing infiltration of that island to save Carly and Jocelyn from whatever twisted nightmare they are trapped in. But wait, it gets even deeper than just rescuing Carly. We cannot forget that Sonny just put Brick on the ultimate manhunt to track down Britt and Rocco. Brick is getting closer. We know he is about to deliver a massive report to Sonny with crucial clues about their location. But Brick is the tech genius, the strategist. He is not the extraction team. If you ask me, Jason is being brought back onto the canvas specifically to execute Sonny's most dangerous mission yet. Imagine the sheer intensity of Jason tracking down Britt, a woman who has been desperately living off the grid, constantly looking over her shoulder to protect Rocco. Jason has the tactical brilliance to slip past whoever is hunting them, especially since we know Jens is deeply tangled in this entire web. Jason's return is going to be the ultimate game changer for Sonny's syndicate, providing the lethal muscle needed to finally bring Rocco home and completely obliterate anyone standing in their way. And if Jason's return was not enough to make your heart pound, brace yourselves for this. Anna is also back on set. Our legendary super spy, who has been missing from the action since February, is gearing up for a massive July comeback. This is huge, people. The entire underground landscape of our town has been spiraling out of control without Anna to keep the shadows in check. Just look at the absolute chaos unfolding. We have Cassius parading around, manipulating everyone while wearing the face of his deceased twin, Nathan. We have Jens orchestrating international crimes and holding people hostage. And most importantly, we have Valentine playing dangerous, secretive games while Carly breathes down his neck. Anna and Valentine have a history so complicated and toxic that it practically bleeds through the screen. I am betting everything that Anna is going to return precisely when Valentine's carefully constructed house of cards begins to collapse. She is going to see right through his lies, and she might be the only person capable of exposing the sheer magnitude of the Windermere conspiracy. Think about the psychological warfare Anna is about to unleash. Liesel is currently locked in a dark, damp cell alongside Jocelyn, completely horrified by the revelation that the man she thought was Nathan is actually Cassius. When Anna hits the ground running, her razor-sharp investigative instincts are going to immediately sense that something is horribly wrong with the timeline of Liesel's disappearance. Anna is not going to sit back and wait for the local police department to bungle the investigation. She is going to launch her own shadow operation. I can already picture the icy, terrifying confrontation between Anna and Cassius. She will look him dead in the eyes and know instantly that he is a fraud. Anna's return signifies that the era of villains operating unchecked is officially over. She is going to systematically dismantle Jens's network, and I would not be surprised if she ends up forming an uneasy, temporary alliance with Jason to storm Windermere and rip those dungeon doors off their hinges. Now, hold on to your hats, because the returning veterans are only half the story. We are getting a brand new face in town, and the implications are absolutely staggering. A newcomer named Tristan is scheduled to make his grand debut this July. Now, my sources are heavily hinting that this character is designed as a profound, respectful tribute to the legendary Robert. If you know the history of this show, you know that Robert is the gold standard of espionage, charm, and lethal efficiency. So, who exactly is Tristan? If you ask me, there is zero chance this guy is just a random civilian walking into town to grab a coffee at the diner. No, Tristan has to be a highly trained operative, perhaps a rogue WSB agent or a deep cover mercenary who has been tracking gens across the globe. The fact that his name is a nod to Robert suggests he will possess that same swagger, that same unpredictable edge that makes him incredibly dangerous and undeniably magnetic. I am wildly speculating here, but what if Tristan is the wild card that completely disrupts Brennan's master plan? We know Brennan is currently slithering his way into Willow's life, offering her a deeply tempting manipulative deal to trade information on Drew. Brennan thinks he is the smartest man in the room, but what if Tristan has been sent to take Brennan down? Or, even juicier, what if Tristan is somehow connected to the cold fusion project that Liesel is being violently forced to work on? Imagine Tristan infiltrating the Windermere compound, pretending to be a loyal soldier for gens, only to reveal himself as a double agent working alongside Anna. The introduction of a character modeled after Robert means we are about to get high-speed chases, explosive shootouts, and a level of espionage drama that we have not seen in years. Tristan is going to shake up the romantic and tactical dynamics of everyone he encounters, and I cannot wait to see whose side he is really on. But with new blood coming in, we must say a dark, violent goodbye to the old. It has been officially confirmed that Pascal is leaving the canvas this week. Yes, the sinister, calculating right-hand man to gens, the guy who started as a music manager for the Five Poppies only to reveal his true, villainous colors as Jens's ruthless butler, is out. The timing of Pascal's exit is incredibly suspicious and perfectly aligns with the massive traps currently being set across town. We know that Lucas is meticulously orchestrating a deadly snare designed specifically to catch gens. Lucas is not playing games anymore. He is out for absolute blood. If you ask me, gens is far too slippery to go down this early in the summer. Instead, I firmly believe that Pascal is going to be the sacrificial lamb. Pascal is going to walk right into Lucas's trap, taking the devastating fall meant for his boss. Let us connect the dots here, because the writing is practically glowing on the wall. We know that Chase is gearing up to make a massive, career-defining arrest. For weeks, we have been agonizing over the possibility that Brooke Lynn might finally crumble under the suffocating weight of her guilt and confess to being the driver in that horrific crash. We all thought Chase was going to be forced to slap handcuffs on the woman he loves. But what if that is a massive misdirection? What if Brooke Lynn's secret stays buried just a little bit longer and Chase's major arrest is actually Pascal? Picture this. Pascal gets cornered by Lucas, a violent struggle ensues, and Chase kicks down the door just in time to apprehend Pascal, effectively severing Jens's most vital limb. Pascal's exit means Jens is going to become increasingly desperate, paranoid, and erratic. A cornered villain is the most dangerous kind, and without Pascal to manage the logistics of his criminal empire, Jens is going to start making massive, fatal mistakes that will put everyone in Port Charles at risk. Finally, we have to talk about the recast that is going to inject a massive dose of emotional chaos into an already fractured family. Scout is being recast, and the role is being taken over by a slightly older, incredibly talented young actress this July. They are aging Scout up, and whenever a soap ages up a child character, you know it means one thing: heavy, rebellious, teenage angst, and storyline dominance. Scout has been hovering in the background, but she is the daughter of Drew and the late beloved Sam. The trauma of losing Sam has never fully been explored through Scout's eyes, and if you ask me, this new version of Scout is going to be an absolute firecracker of unresolved grief, anger, and defiance. She is not going to be the quiet little girl anymore. She is going to demand answers, and she is going to make Drew's life incredibly complicated. Think about the absolute mess Drew is currently tangled in. Brennan is actively using Willow to dig up dirt and leverage on Drew. Michael is executing a twisted, calculated scheme to push Willow and Chase into a forbidden affair just to blow up their lives. Into this toxic, deceitful environment walks a newly aged up Scout who is sharp, observant, and fiercely protective of her father. I guarantee you that Scout is going to see right through Willow's sudden, intense interest in Drew. Teenagers have an incredible radar for hypocrisy, and Scout is going to realize that Willow is hiding something massive. What if Scout catches Willow meeting secretly with Brennan? What if Scout becomes the catalyst that exposes Michael's entire sick manipulation? Scout could completely blow the lid off the Quartermaine secrets, becoming the ultimate wild card in a game played by adults who think they are untouchable. Furthermore, this recast is the perfect opportunity to truly honor Sam's legacy. Sam was a survivor, a rebel, a woman who never backed down from danger and always trusted her instincts. I desperately want to see those exact traits mirrored in the new Scout. I want to see her breaking rules, sneaking out, and maybe even getting entangled with the wrong crowd, perhaps even crossing paths with someone connected to Jens's crumbling empire. Drew's going to be completely overwhelmed trying to parent a teenager who acts exactly like her fearless mother. The emotional depth of Drew trying to protect the last living piece of Sam while simultaneously fighting off Brennan's extortion and Michael's betrayals is going to be the dramatic anchor of the entire summer. Scout is about to become a central powerhouse, and the Quartermaine mansion will never be the same. When you step back and look at the entire board, the sheer scale of the drama heading our way is breathtaking. We have Jason and Anna, two absolute titans of action and espionage, returning just as Carly prepares to breach Windermere, and Valentine's lies begin to unravel. We have Jocelyn and Liesel fighting for their sanity in a dungeon, while Cassius plays a sick game of identity theft. We have Tristan arriving as a mysterious tribute to Robert, ready to shake up the WSB and the criminal underworld. We have Pascal taking a permanent, likely violent exit, leaving Jens vulnerable and dangerous. And we have a newly aged up Scout ready to unleash years of pent-up grief and expose the dirty secrets of Willow, Michael, and Brennan. Every single storyline is converging into a massive, explosive flashpoint that is going to leave permanent scars on our favorite characters. But here is the ultimate terrifying question that is keeping me awake at night. With all these heavy hitters returning and new wildcards entering the fray, the body count this summer is guaranteed to rise. Jens is not going to go down without taking someone with him. If Jason and Anna are forced to storm Windermere to save Carly, Jocelyn, and Liesel, they are walking into a heavily fortified death trap. Will everyone make it off that island alive? What if the trap Lucas is setting for Jens goes horribly wrong and an innocent bystander gets caught in the crossfire? The board is set, the pieces are moving, and I am telling you right now, someone we love is not going to survive this July. The countdown to absolute destruction has officially begun.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.